Honest here. Everything I'm going to tell you in this video has been stolen from someone else's idea. It's been something that's worked from someone else. I used it, I manipulated it, and I used it for my own personal gain, and it's allowed me to be whether more productive, be more focused, and be able to get more work done. I mean, if you're 16 to 27, you're a young man that's on self-improvement, I can guarantee that after watching this video, you will completely change your mindset when it comes to the apps that you use. Now, I'm gonna tell you a quick little story. Me trying to get into the tech industry, being able to connect and network with a lot of people that are in big tech companies, startups, whether it may be multi-million-dollar revenue businesses, I was able to learn a couple of secrets and things that they do when it comes to running their business. And now one thing that I was able to realize and see something that happened a bunch of times was that they don't do the hard work. They're reducing as much redundant tasks as possible, streamlining processes, and they're doing a lot of automation. How can you use this within your own life? And this is something that is very prominent when it comes to success, building systems instead of focusing on goals. So one thing I would say in my own personal life is that I know good habits, I know good things to do, I know good routines, but it can be very easy to fall out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start waking up early, but then your sleeping schedule get messed up. Start meditating, but then once you start getting to work and school and stuff like that, you find like you don't have time to do that. Like, you just lose out of good habits and stuff like that. So what it is about building systems and automating things as much as possible. So how can we do that? And how can you do that for literally for free? So this is one app called Notion, and I'm going to give you literally a free dashboard that you can literally download it onto your Notion and use it. Now, I've customized my Notion in my own specific way, tailored for my own specific needs. I guess I'll show you a quick little screenshot of how it is. So let's get straight into my Notion, right? So you have tech career, right? And under that, you have job applications. Now, this is something that you guys probably never heard of what this is called, but every business uses it. $1 billion businesses use it, $1 million businesses use it. Elon Musk uses it. Every business uses this thing called a CRM. What a CRM is, a customer relationship manager. And with the software that I was learning, it's a CRM. And actually learning about, CRMs and how every company uses it and every sales rep uses it, I made my own personal CRM when it comes to job applications. Now, you can make a CRM whether it becomes to your clients, having specific details and information about clients that you may have, whether you're doing sales, whether you're doing photography, whether you're doing any type of business, is having a CRM. And yeah, what they use, they have CRMs like NetSuite, Salesforce, where like they have automated task reminders, they have things where automated email alerts, like a whole bunch of automated stuff where you're not trying to do all this stuff, right? And also what I did within my CRM is that I made links where it automatically takes me to these certain websites. So let's get straight to it. So if you go to the job application CRM, I have my resume already there, my cover letter already there. When I send jobs cover letters, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't really research their company and send a different cover letter for every different job position. I ain't gonna lie to you, gang. I have the same script and I just changed the name. Where am I mom? You know what I'm saying? Why like doing all this extra work for a cover letter? Then they'd be like, unfortunately, we decided to move on with another candidate. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So I have, resume pulled up, cover letter pulled up, portfolio pulled up, everything pulled up within one CRM. And then I have direct links to job sites that already have the filter. When you're going on Zillow or you're going on whatever app where you need to search, right? Say you're going on Zillow, you want to see a house in Florida that's $250,000 to $350,000, but every time you go on Zillow, you have to keep putting that filters. So what I did on these links is that as soon as I click the links, it would directly put me to the exact filters that I need for the job. So it's about reducing redundant shit as much as possible, automating things as much as possible, and making things where your life is easier. It's not about working extremely hard. It is about being persistent and having grit. But if you can reduce redundant tasks as much as possible and make things automated and make it much easier for you, you will see that you'll be far, far more productive, right? So then I also have something called an interview pipeline. A pipeline is basically prospects that you may close, may reach out to them. Basically, people that are essentially buyers. That's the most simple way I can put it in a pipeline. So I have a thing called interview pipeline where it has like what the position is, what stage we are in, a little information about them, because I'm not trying to remember everything. You know what I'm saying? If you're applying to a whole bunch of jobs, you can't remember every single detail about the job, because they may ask you, okay, what did you know about this company? Like, how do you, what attracted you about this company? And it's like, you apply to a whole bunch of jobs, like, so it's basically just having detailed information about specific jobs and already having information about questions they may ask. And it's just building out systems to help you and automate and streamline a lot of things, right? So that would be one of the things when it comes to doing that, building out a notion that works for you. Basically, people like to call it a second brain. Yeah, right? So let's get into the other apps. Twitter. Like I said, when I asked you in my first two videos not my first two, in the last two videos I uploaded was how do you know your ABCs? And the reason why you know that is because someone has told you that. And I told you that the most money that I've made is because someone told me. It hasn't been because I punched in the clock. It hasn't because I generally looked for the information. I had people within my network that told me how to do certain shit, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? So Twitter was being the next thing. And what I like to do is I like to manipulate my own algorithm. The reason why when you go on YouTube, you see Kai Cenat, you see Agent 00, you see Duke Dennis, you see all these stream clips, right? You go on YouTube, you see a whole bunch of stream clips. Or for some people, you may see a whole different side of YouTube. You may see more of the DDG, more of the No Love Shroud. You may see a whole different side within your algorithm, right? And you can use that to your advantage. It's about manipulating your algorithm, allowing YouTube to choose what they suggest to you. What I would recommend is making a whole new YouTube account and only subscribing and only watching to whether it be personal finance, self-improvement, videos and channels where more introspective. So whenever you go on that YouTube channel, you're only recommending something that can be substance, something that can be value. What I did, I made a completely whole new Twitter where I only follow people that talked about money, credit, Web3, crypto, tech, whether you name it, just where something I can actually get value, but by consuming their content or looking at what they're talking about and seeing a little bit of secrets about them, right? And I did that also with YouTube, making a whole YouTube channel where I manipulate my algorithm when I only watch a specific type of content because I know they're only gonna recommend me that specific type of content on that YouTube channel. So some other life-changing apps that have changed my life, and I wouldn't even say this is an app, but this is just something that I've done. It's honestly beautiful. Be like a quick story, right? I was just chilling and I was like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna just turn my phone off. Dead ass. I'm like, all right, you know what, bro? I'm gonna just turn my phone off. I literally turned my phone off, bro. And like, I went on a walk with no phone, right? Actually, I'm gonna get a little bit more deeper to this story. I'm gonna give a little bit more context, right? So I ain't tell you about how I almost died, right? A dog chased me. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this story real quick, right? So boom. What I do when I do like a Pomodoro, you know the Pomodoro time where you work for 25 minutes and you rest for 5 minutes. I do something like that, but when I take my break, I go on a walk. So I work, go on a walk. When I work, go on a walk. Work, go on a walk. So I do my work. I go take a walk. So I'm walking and shit like that. And I see this dog. I'm like, okay, cool. But he on a leash, right? He on a leash. He's on a leash. So he's trying to charge at me. So I'm just walking. And I just see something pop out of nowhere, so I do this, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm startled, and I flinch, like I get my fist like these, right? So I see he's on the leash, I'm like, okay, I laugh. I'm like, okay, whatever. I keep walking, I see another dog start barking at me. He on a leash on a tree. I'm like, okay, I see you on a leash, so I'm cool. Like, when you see him on the leash, you're like, all right, haha, nigga, you can't touch me. So I'm just keep walking, and eventually I'm like, okay, it's time for me to start walking back home. So I passed the second dog, and I get back to the first dog that I seen when I passed him, right? So he's on a leash, and he's like charging at me. I'm just looking at him. I'm just staring at him. I'm like, you're on a leash, bro. Like, you're not touching me. You feel me? So he's charging at me, and then yanks him back, and then he goes around the other house, yanks him back, and then he runs around the other house from the other side, yanks him back, and then this one last time, bro. I swear to God, I seen Jesus that day. But he charged the whole leash break. And I'm telling you, nigga, I'm like, yo, I'm starting running. Then I run around the mailbox. I fall. Bro, when I tell you I scraped my knee, I scraped my arm. Bro, look at this. I don't know if you can see that, right? That's a scrape. Then that's a scrape right here. And then look at my knee, gang. Look at my knee, gang, and look at my knee. trying to run away from a dog, bro. Nigga came off the leash. Nigga broke the leash trying to come after me. So I run around the mailbox. I'm like, yo! And then he started running away. But then he was still a little bit near me. When I tell you, bro, I ran next to a nigga car. I said, bro, I don't give what insurance you got. If this dog trying to catch me, I'm gonna jump on top of your car. I don't give if I make a dent. If your glass break, I'm like, yo, bro, I would jump on top of this car because I'm not dying today, brother. But I yelled and then but it was funny because I had like this moment of fight or flight. At first I ran, but then I was like, what if I act like I'm the big dog and he gets scared? So I'm like, yo, and then he ran away. And then because I said yo, the owner came out and the neighbor came out too. But it was funny because the owner didn't say nothing. I'm like, yo, like the owner, you gonna at least say sorry, like my bad, like like, bro, I almost died, gang. You feel me? And then what makes it even more funnier, the dog ran down the road, and I go up to the neighbor, not the guy that had the dog, but the guy that was across the street, because he came out too. I'm like, you got a car with you? Because, like, you trying to drive me to my crib? I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, bro, like, I'm running around the corner. I told him, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm running around the corner, bro. Like, you got a car, bro? I just... But nah, yeah, man. There's one more app that changed my life. It's called the barcode alarm. And basically what it is that it's an alarm that would not turn off unless you scan a barcode, and it will literally get your ass out of bed. You can literally do the barcode, whether it be like a water bottle, anything that has a barcode, you just scan it. And if you want to make it where you want to turn your alarm off by the time you get to the bathroom, you put the thing that has a barcode in the bathroom, or you put it in your car where it makes you have to get outside and unlock your car. You put it within your kitchen, whatever it is. You just scan a barcode to turn the alarm off. But yeah, that was the quick little story of like my life flashing before my eyes and stuff like that. But nah, man, if you done that, my name is Done. I comedian like my name, many women that was missing physically, financially, especially if you want to do that, get it to become a jumbo boy. Use a wise case your pre-1K ticket. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm out. Yeah.